WordPress, websites, artificial intelligence, webhead.
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to dive into something super exciting. I've outlined a few topics that we will cover, so let's jump right in. So first off, you might be wondering, what is web hosting? Well, in simple terms, web hosting is where your website lives on the internet. Web hosting providers will host your website, files, images, entire databases, everything you need to have your website accessible 24/7. Now, there are many different types of web hosting, namely shared hosting, virtual private server, dedicated hosting, and cloud hosting. For beginners, I recommend shared hosting, as it is relatively cost-effective and easier to get started with. So now that you have a basic understanding of what web hosting entails, the next step would be to choose a hosting provider. There are many providers out there such as Bluehost, GoDaddy, HostGator, and a myriad of other providers, but in this video we will be focusing on Siteground. Now, I've chosen Siteground because I find their technology to be very intuitive. They offer one-click installations. Their support is really great, but hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's jump right in. So the next thing you want to do is to head over to siteground.com, and once you're there, you're going to see WordPress, WordPress hosting, WooCommerce hosting, and we'll scroll down here to view the plans. Once we're on the plans page, we're going to want to scroll down a bit, and as you can see, it's showing us 3 different hosting plans: Startup, Grow Big, and Go Geek. The Startup plan only offers one website, while the Grow Big and Go Geek offers unlimited sites, more space, unmetered traffic, all that good stuff. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to start with the simplest one, which is the Startup plan. Once we hit that, it's going to take us to this page where we can enter our domain name, which is basically the URL of our website. And if you already have an existing domain name, you could also connect that here. With this being a tutorial, we're going to set up everything from scratch as a beginner would. So we're going to go with Add New Domain, and from there we will enter the name we want to use for our website. Once we're done with that, we're going to hit Continue, and that will take us to the page to set up our account information. This information is what we're going to use to log in to the platform. After that, we will fill our personal details in, like our name, address, and all that jazz. As we scroll further, we will put our payment information in, and it will show us a few extra services/features that we can use. I typically go with domain privacy to remain anonymous on the internet, so if anyone searches our domain registrar, our information will be hidden. I always like to add the site scanner as well, as it will scan our site for malware or any vulnerabilities and quickly update us about the problem just to keep our site safe and secure for our users. You may select any additional service or feature that you think you may need. Now that we have everything all set up, all we need to do is to accept their terms and services agreement, hit Pay Now, and that should take us to our Siteground dashboard. Once we are logged in, navigate to the top menu where you will see a tab called Websites. Click that, and you will see a New Website button in the top right corner. Select that button, and it will ask us which hosting plan we would like to use for our website. I have multiple as a developer, but for you it may skip that question, seeing that you should only have one hosting account at this point. After that, it's going to ask you if you want to connect a new domain, an existing domain, which would be the one you registered earlier, or a temporary domain, which you can use for staging or demo purposes. I'll go with temporary domain, seeing that we are creating a website solely for the purpose of this tutorial. And from there, it will ask us if we want to create a new website by installing an application, or to connect an existing website, which you could use for migrating from another host to Siteground, if you had an existing website elsewhere. We could skip and create an empty site, but that wouldn't make much sense for the purpose of this tutorial. So let's go with New Website, where it will give us 3 options: WordPress, WooCommerce, and Weebly. Fortunately, this is a WordPress video, so we're going to go with WordPress, and from there, we will enter our login credentials, which is our email and password. Once we finish with that, let's hit Continue, and it's going to ask us if we want to utilize some additional tools. We will go ahead and skip that for now, just because we don't want to overcomplicate things. On the following screen, there will be some content delivery network, also known as CDN options, which would help us to optimize the speed of your website, but we will skip this as well. After we have selected our tools, it will automatically start to create our website for us. Once that's done, you're all set and ready to go with a few quick options. You could log in as admin, which would take us to our WordPress dashboard, or go to Siteground Site Tools, which is a bunch of add-ons and features that you can use to manage and maintain your website with just a few clicks. Or we could go and view our website, and we can see that it created a default landing page for us. Nothing fancy at the moment, but we're making progress. Not bad. We have a nice sample page here, as you can see, but for a more custom look and feel, I will show you how to instantly update your layout with Siteground's website wizard. Let's go back to our options page, and from there, we will select to log in as admin. Once we log in, we will immediately be prompted with the site wizard, and normally, I would use my own custom themes and plugins for a more polished look. But if you wanted to launch a simple website in a few easy steps, this method is a great way to get started. This page is where we would select the nature of our website. They asked, what is our website topic? I strongly believe that could have been worded differently, but let's go ahead and select any random one. For you could select any one that applies to the nature of your website, as the process for setting up each are similar. And on the next page, it will show us some plugins that they recommend based on the theme you chose. You can see that it automatically added the shop and contact form feature for our fashion store. And if we wanted to add any additional features like maps and so on, we could easily do that with the click of a button, and it would automatically be added to our website. Let's continue as is, and we will see another set of plugins they are recommending for marketing purposes. Google Analytics for monitoring traffic, SEO for search engine visibility, and many more. But we will continue, and we can see that it's now installing our website with the plugins and everything we chose to have a fully blown site. In seconds, our website is configured and ready to go. No hassle, no headaches. Now let's go ahead and view our site. We can see that we have a major upgrade from our default landing page that we had earlier. Our fashion products have automatically been added, which we can edit later. We now have a nice, clean, modern look and feel to the UI, user interface, of the site. Everything is looking good. Let's scroll back up to see some more elements and pages that were created for us. We can see that an About Us page was made where we can give some background information about our brand or business. Let's head over to our shop page where it should display all our products and categories. If we click into a product, it should show us the price and description of our product, which are all editable once we get to our WordPress dashboard. Let's do a quick test and add a product to cart to ensure that the site is working as intended. A blog page was also created for us to add our articles and so forth to help drive traffic and engagement to our site. After that, we will head over to our WordPress dashboard where the real control over the different aspects of our website begins. Once you're here, scroll down to Appearance in our dashboard menu, where you will see themes. Themes are the design aspects of our website, which controls how the layout of a page is rendered. Fonts, colors, everything that deals with the front end of the website. If we wanted to add a new theme, all we have to do is scroll up where we will see Add New Theme. This will take us to the WordPress repository where we have a myriad of themes to choose from. We can filter by keyword or author, browse the WordPress directory to see more themes that they offer for free, or upload a custom theme that we bought or created by choosing a file for upload. The next thing we want to do is head over to plugins, and this is where we can control the features/functionalities that we utilize within our site. Let's take a look to see the ones that were already installed for us. As you can see, we have a few based on the theme we chose in the previous steps. Scroll to the top and hit Add New Plugin button to see the WordPress repository where we can choose from thousands of plugins to enhance our website. Similarly, again to themes, if we wanted to add a premium or custom-made plugin, we would navigate to the top left and click the Upload Plugin button where we will be able to manually upload a file. Thank you for watching our tutorial. I really hope this was helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, we are always here to guide you. See you in our next video.